G'day guys, Lemon Eating Cow here, and today I am back with another Monster Hunter World Guide, and this time I'm going to be showing you how to efficiently farm Zorah Magdaros to get his full armor set, his weapons, and also a heap of Zenny and mining materials. Just a warning, if you aren't Hunter rank 10 or 11 or around about there, then there is a high possibility this is going to have spoilers in it for you, so be warned. But if you are at the point where you are Hunter rank 11 and you have finished the mission where you have to repel Zorah Magdaros back into the sea, then this guide is definitely for you. So usually once you've done the Colossal Task mission once, it won't really show up again. Well, there is a slim chance of it showing up again after any mission you do, but it is a very slim chance. I've only ever had it show up once, so it's really not an efficient or effective way to farm it, just waiting for it to come back. But fortunately, by using the SOS flares, we can actually farm this over and over again, and it really shouldn't take you long to get a full set of Zorah gear. So in order to get this to work, you have to have first finished that mission, and then you're going to have to be on an online session. Note, this has to be done online because you will be going into multiplayer. So come over to any quest board or talk to the quest mom and then go to join a quest, and what we're going to do is respond to SOS. Now under all the different languages and rewards and stuff, we're just going to leave it as no preference, set the difficulty to high rank, and then we're going to come down to target and we're going to select Zorah Magdaros. Now if you're lucky and there's some other players out there doing it, you should see the optional tab highlighted. Now you're going to want to go to that one and look for left quite the impression. This is exactly like the mission that you cleared before, but the thing is you're going to be able to do this over and over again. As long as someone else has posted it, then you can just keep on doing it. So it's a very, very good way to build up those materials and your Zenny. So once you get into the mission and on the back of Zorah, you're going to want to farm as much as you can here. Now you do have a lot of time to take out the 3 cores, which is the main target of this phase. Like a lot of time, like most of the time you're actually going to be standing around looking for something to do. So instead of that, you're going to run around the outside of Zorah Magdaros and have a look for the red mining crystals. So just run to all of these and tap them, and you'll be finding you'll get a lot of Dragonite ore and also a lot of Zorah Magdaros carapace. Now these things are going to mount up pretty quickly, and once you have enough to craft all your armors, you're going to be able to just sell them for, I think the carapace go for 1200 Zenny each, so quite a bit of money spinner. Now once you're familiar with the layout, make sure you go after those cores. You want to go after the middle one first, just keep attacking it until it breaks, but make sure you look out for the shinies that may pop off these. They look like little white specks on the ground that have a bit of shiny factor to them. Make sure you pick these up because they have the possibility of being some Magdaros materials. So do this for the 2 cores, and then you should see the Nergiante land on Zorah. Now, most of the time you can just fight him for a little bit. You don't actually have to kill him, so it's not a big concern. But if you can manage to do enough damage to Zorah, then he's just going to fly off automatically anyway. Now, in order to do that, you can have a look up at the roof, and you'll see some pointy rocks hanging down from the roof. And if you look closely, you'll notice that there's actually some barrels tied to them. If you shoot these barrels with stones that you can find all over Zorah Magdaros from your slinger, then you can actually cause an explosion and cause these to fall down on Zorah. Each one of them will do about 500 damage to him, so you definitely want to get in as many of these as you can. I think there's 2, possibly 3 within the course of this phase, but there is also a massive pillar towards the end of him. Now, I've never been able to time this correctly. I always kind of get a bit excited and trigger it early. Story of my life. So I don't know how much damage this one does, but I know it can push the phase a little bit earlier. So if your team's efficient and you get this done really quickly, you're going to be standing around a lot, so use that time to go to all the different nodes and keep tapping for more minerals. So in the 3rd phase, you're going to be put back on that huge barrier, and you're going to be tasked with repelling Zorah Magdaros. So at this point you want to load up the cannons and go for the ones first that are aiming at the Zorah Magdaros' face, because if you get enough cannon shots into his actual face region, you'll break his little slag beard there, and you'll get a bonus for breaking apart from Magdaros. So otherwise just keep on launching the cannons at him and try and get breaks on him, and then once the Dragonite is up, head down to the ship and pop that lever, and hopefully that'll be the end for you. Now afterwards you'll get an absolute heap of materials off him, and if you were able to use one of your login bonuses or the lucky vouchers, then there's a possibility that you'll get double the reward here. I actually used a lucky voucher on my 3rd attempt and I managed to get 2 of the Zorah Magdaros gems in one go, so this is an incredibly lucky haul. Generally you won't see the gems very often, they are very rare, and you need 1 to craft the full armor set. You'll also need 1 if you intend on making a Magdaros weapon, and also 1 if you want to various new charms that this will unlock. So otherwise all you have to do is collect your rewards and then head back to town, and you can do the exact same process over and over again. Now this is an incredibly efficient way to do it, and I managed to get a full armor set in about 5 or 6 runs, but I managed to keep on doing it and just collecting those carapace up and the dragonite ore, and we find once you sell them they'll stack up really quickly. You'll get a heap of Zenny, and that should give you enough Zenny to actually craft that armor set, because it is quite expensive. Just note that if you're doing this method before you actually hit high rank, you won't actually be able to craft the Zorah Magdaros set until you're given the option or the story progression to do so. So there you go guys, my Zorah Magdaros farm. If this one helped you out, please leave a thumbs up. If you got any comments or suggestions or any way to make this more efficient, then leave it in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed already, then please do so. Also, you can check out my extra guides at the end of this video too. Anyway, thank you for watching, and this has been Lemon Eating Cow. Moo.